Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm just going to record a quick video to go over some relatively, in my opinion, exciting, but also potentially heavily disruptive news to the SEO space. And that is that Meta, so the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, is reportedly working on its own AI-powered search engine. This move will reduce the heavy reliance that Meta has on Google and Microsoft for its search capabilities within the Meta AI ecosystem, and this could potentially really alter and shift the landscape of how we track and understand search currently. So, as it stands right now, Meta's AI chatbots, which are across Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, pretty much the entire ecosystem, really, Instagram, etc. It uses Google and Microsoft Bing to deliver search results, respond to user queries, provide real time information on events, news, etc. So it's quite heavily reliant on the two extra providers. However, what The Verge and The Information have covered is that sources are suggesting now that Meta will be building or has been building its own database over the last 8 months to a year, aiming to power its own independent search engine capable of providing users with AI generated summaries of current events. Now, if we think about how the effort required to build a search engine, it's a lot of database. So, Meta's efforts to support this project have included deploying its own web crawler across the internet. Um, just to cover it off in a little bit more basics, a web crawler being a user agent that systematically browses a web, so Googlebot, Bingbot, Metabot, Yandexbot, Baidu Spider, etc. By building its own knowledge database, Meta can actually start to fuel its own chatbot with a range of information beyond what's available through current external sources, as well as actually start to incorporate stuff, user content as well from across the Facebook network, which we've seen happen over the past 2, 3 months. Additionally, Meta is also developing extensive location data to a point. It understands this from Facebook, business places, people checking, user accounts, etc. So this potentially in the future could be something to compete with Google Maps, Apple Maps, etc., and actually keep the map and location data, business reviews, business choices, user reviews within that Meta Facebook ecosystem. So how does this actually tie in with other partnerships and the overall competitive positioning Meta has? So kind of going under the radar in the SEO space a little bit because obviously we mostly see Meta as a social channel and not everybody just looks outside for SEO kind of narrow scope and bubble. But Meta have recently announced a multi-year agreement with Reuters, allowing the AI chatbot to use Reuters news articles for up-to-date information. So that's quite a very powerful data pipeline that they've already negotiated with a very prominent and globally powerful news resource. And this aligns with the wider trend of tech companies seeking independence. So it's shown a significant trend away from moving and reliance on monolithic architectures and moving away from relying on Google, moving away from relying on Microsoft Bing, and starting to build their own information stacks. So it's almost becoming a race of who has the best information stack, therefore who can provide the best information from the best sources, and it's kind of dehomogenizing the early stages of AI generative results and summaries. This also kind of follows reports that Apple have also been developing its own search tools, but the Apple search engine has been myth or reality for some time now, at least as long as I can remember. Um, if Apple were to do this and expand what is beyond in the App Store, it could potentially provide an alternative to Google search. But again, this would mean Apple search becoming the default on Apple devices. Google are already being challenged by the default position on Chrome devices or forcing it on anything using the Android operating system. So if that legislation is passed, it'd be interesting to see the counter argument of Apple doing the same thing there. So yeah, in conclusion, just kind of wrap this up. There's a lot of interesting things kind of happening at the moment with the meta space and how they're going to enter this generative research economy. And the reason why this affects SEO is because it changes fundamentally how people will start to interact with the internet, how they'll interact with information discovery, and it'll affect how we strategize for clients. It'll affect how our clients receive traffic. It almost becomes more multimodal. This isn't necessarily saying that we're going to see things like Facebook and TikTok and everything else become search engines. They're just portals in which you can retrieve information from. We're not specifically search engines themselves just because they have a search function. Otherwise, by proxy, Amazon would be a product search engine, etc. It's semantics and terminology at this point, whereas we want to be focusing on the reality of what's happening and not how we commoditize it to a product. So, given this and how it can reshape kind of a tech ecosystem, reducing its reliance on Google and Microsoft, we could see reductions in impressions, clicks, recalls for impressions, how that's tracked in things like Search Console, Webmaster Tools, even GA, etc. So I just kind of wanted to cover this off, and I felt it was an important topic to bring through to the forefront. I've linked to the Verge article on this in the video description below. I hope you found this useful. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you have enjoyed this video and found it useful and you want to stay up to date with more kind of insights, little conversations, and other videos we put out on the SALT YouTube, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And I always do appreciate you dropping a like on this video. Thank you very much. And until next time, goodbye.